Exactly 1 year ago this very day, I created the first episode of Fascinating Pokemon Theories, and while at the time I planned this to be a two-part series, I kinda got carried away and made 9 episodes. So since I can't resist, here I am again to make the 10th episode on the 1 year anniversary. While Pokemon 6th Generation brought many unique Pokemon to the franchise, there is one that's now considered one of the creepiest, which is Esper, a psychic type that's design is based off the Scottish Fold cat. By that description, Esper may sound normal enough, but upon finding it in the wild, you'll gaze into its eyes that seem to be blankly staring back, but not at you, or anything around you, just looking forward with no emotion, no sign of fear or sadness, just nothing. While there's not much lore around Esper yet, I foresee Game Freak adding some creepy backstory to this feline in the future. At this point in time, I'll assume that everyone watching this video knows what Missing No is. But for a refresher, Missing No is a glitch in the original generation that appears as a messed up sprite and occasionally in some other forms. While Nintendo has stated that this was a completely accidental glitch, along with the fact that the entire subject has been dissected on the internet to the point that we completely understand why the glitch occurs, it hasn't stopped some from theorizing that Missing No was purposely placed in the game. To back up this statement, some like to point out that the glitch occurs on Cinnabar Island, which just so happens to be the location where scientific testing was done on Mewtwo and other Pokemon. So maybe Missing No was another one of those failed experiments that took place. The other point that theorists like to bring up is that Missing No can be turned into the form of skeletons in the infamous Lavender Town Ghost, which leads them to claim that someone at Game Freak purposely programmed the glitch in there to mess with us. While this theory is extremely unlikely, it's still funny that fans were able to pick up on these coincidences. Over the past year, a lot of people have enjoyed the Fascinating Pokemon Theory videos, but others have not been as happy with my work, so I just want to explain a few things that some people don't seem to understand about this series. I want to make it extremely clear that these videos are just for fun. While many of the theories I cover on the show are pretty convincing, there are others that are not as great and just meant to be for amusement. An example of the latter would be the theory that claims that the original Pokemon games predicted the 2008 US presidential election. We all know it isn't true, but rather a funny coincidence. Unfortunately, even with this, you always have a few people that feel the need to state how stupid the theory is, even though no one actually believed it in the first place. Yes, everyone knows the game didn't actually predict an election 10 years prior, it's just for fun. On another note, I want to make it very clear that I don't make these theories either, but rather find them throughout the internet and choose the ones that seem to be the most popular. It baffles me when someone calls me out personally when they don't hear the similarity in 2 music tracks. These are just fun little videos for people who enjoy Pokemon. Nothing more, nothing less. And for the most part, people understand that. But if you're at the point of telling me to end my life because of a silly video on YouTube, you should probably seek mental help. A popular running joke online is since the Pokemon games and television series never state who Ash's dad is, that it must be Professor Oak, since Ash treats him like a father figure throughout the game and television show. But other than that, there has been no proof, until someone stumbled upon a line in the Pokemon Christmas Bash CD. So let's have a listen.
And my mom in her kerchief, and Mr. Mime in my cap, and I think Professor Oak was there too, had just settled their brains for a long winter's nap.
When out on the roof there arose such a clatter.
So there you go, an official piece of Pokemon media actually makes a reference to Professor Oak taking a nap with Ash's mom. This leads into the theory that he really is the father to 10-year-old Ash, but this could have just been the result of a bored Nintendo employee sneaking in a reference without anyone down the line picking up on it before its release. So those are just a few more fascinating Pokemon theories to hopefully hold you over until I feel like making another one of these. So until next time, thanks for watching.